Blessings, guys. Angelo with you. Welcome to my channel and my page. And tonight, of course, we're going to talk about the upcoming changes that we're going to face in the year of 2025. So first off, I want to start by saying that we have recently had very major transits that will be lasting over the years. Some of them will be actually lasting over the decade for the next upcoming years. And those major astrological transits will have an incredible impact into our life, considering what is your sign, your rising sign, or your sun sign. The moon signs at this point, we don't take them or we don't consider them very deeply because the moon signs, uh, the effect of this transit on our moon signs will be developed or will be affected by how our behavioral patterns will be affected of our sun sign and our rising sign, because as astrologers do consider a lot when we are doing our readings, when we're doing our analysis over the charts, we take into consideration the certain things and important aspects, which is the sun sign or the rising sign. So for the first thing I want to say that actually in this upcoming year, beginning from there, unless I'm mistaken, from the June 1st of 2024, Uranus entered into the sign of the Taurus, and which means that actually, again, there has been a lot of shifts of the energy. There has been a lot of changes. There has been a lot of instability going on around the world, whether it's politically, whether it's like the wars related, whether it's even individually, because this very major aspect of Uranus entering into the sign of Taurus will actually leave a trace in our life. And this not necessarily means that it's going to be a negative thing, but at the same time, if we learn and if we try to understand how this um, major transit is going to affect our lives, is going to affect our everyday life and our behavioral pattern or our subconscious mind and the collective mind, then we can actually learn to be able to benefit from this current transit. So basically, let me give you a little bit of an introduction about the planet of the Uranus. Those of you who is closely or deeply interested in astrology may already know that Uranus is considered this rebellion planet of the modernness of the basically new age, or in other words to say, Uranus is the planet of the progress. Uranus is the planet of innovation. But yet again, Uranus also comes with its negative sides, and the negative aspect as instability and at the same time sudden unexpected changes. Again, not necessarily those changes are always negative, but at some point we can experience them in different areas of our life. But specifically considering that Uranus is the planet of sudden changes, innovation, technology. Also, we got to take into consideration the sign that Uranus actually conjuncts together in this current transit, and this is the sign of Taurus. And Taurus is the second zodiac sign after the cycle starts with the Aries, and the Taurus is the sign of stability, groundedness, patience, and financial situation deeply, or is the Taurus is related with a financial situation as it shares the ruler of Venus with Libra, but the Libra was able to get the more of a affectionate, the more of a romantic, the more of a emotional features of Venus, whereas the Taurus was able to actually inherit from the Venus its desire for money, desire for beauty, desire for superficiality, in other words to say. But yet again, the Taurus's ruler is still the Venus. So basically, when we actually take into consideration that the Uranus enters into the sign of the Taurus, which means that Uranus conjuncts with the Venus. So what could that mean for different signs or individuals or collectively for us? The first thing you need to understand that Uranus is the planet of instability and sudden changes, and Uranus is a very fast kind of a planet that just can be very changeable, whereas the Taurus is the lover of stability, is the lover of the comfort, is the lover of moving in a slow but correct pace. So, of course, when these two planets come together, then there is a sense of the inner conflict or the tension between the sign and the planet. And considering that the Taurus is mainly responsible for the financial stability, that's why Uranus can cause some sort of financial instability or financial changes in our lives. Again, those changes can be different. The purpose of Uranus in Taurus is not to punish us, is not to kind of create the obstacles or the problems for us in our financial life or in our financial stability, but rather than challenge us to become the better version of ourselves, rather than challenge us, considering that Taurus is a quite conservative sign when it comes to the views, when it comes to the way of thinking and the behavioral pattern of the Taurus usually. So Uranus is kind of encouraging Taurus to look outside of its lens, to actually think bigger, to create changes. And Uranus is actually telling us that it is time for Taurus for taking changes, for taking the massive step towards the changes, so that actually Taurus can completely break the comfort zone that they might be stuck in at some point and start looking at possibilities that Uranus is about to bring into their life. So, in other words, to say, of course, this is not only necessarily related to the sign of the Taurus, but when we're talking about the celestial major transits like Uranus entering Taurus, it means that it will collectively affect all of us. It will collectively affect all the signs. But the effect and the impact of this transit can be different on each side, can be individual for each sign. So, but the collective meaning of this transit is usually bringing us the challenges in our, let's say, that comfort zone, and pushing us out of the comfort zone so that actually we can develop new ideas, or we can try to encourage ourselves to step into the new era of the ideas where we've been thinking about doing certain things in our life, but we've been putting it off because of the comfort zone that we had, or because of inconfidence, or because of the lack of the confidence in our abilities. So the Uranus will definitely challenge us and try to push us out of that comfort zone, giving us an opportunity so that we can actually grow, and grow financially mainly. And of course, this is not only in the financial meaning, considering that, again, I'm repeating, Taurus shares the Venus's ruler with Libra, which means that it will also affect our interpersonal relationship with people around us, with the communities, and in the social life in general. And this transit, which has started from the 1st of June in 2024, will last up to 2031, which is the next 7 years. And as we know, the 7 years is usually the karmic kind of path. And every 7 years, our cells, body cells, are actually completely changed. And that's why we happen to understand that every 7 years we change as a human being. Every 7 years our views are changing. Every 7 years certain things in our life and certain things in our views or in our behavioral pattern can be changed. So if you are interested to see what kind of changes, challenges, possibilities, and potentials Uranus wants in your specific sign to actually bring out, or try to sort it out, or try to just develop it, then feel free to reach out to me. I am now accepting astrological and tarot guidances beginning from the 17th of December till the 20th of January of 2025. And of course, this astrological or tarot guidances will be able to help us to find out more about our inner potential, and be able actually to tune in with them, or if we're having certain obstacles, and if we're experiencing certain kind of difficulties in certain areas of our life. So that might be the time where the Uranus is now telling you or challenging you to step out of your comfort zone in that specific area of your life, so that you create change, so that you actually start taking more of aggressive actions towards the change, which will actually enable your growth. And having been a spiritual guide and intuitive life coach, I use tarot and astrology in my practices to be able to provide my clients with the most insightful guidance into the situations that they might be struggling or dealing with right now, and helping them to find a way into the future perspective of the situation. So if you're interested of what this major transit of Uranus in Taurus will cause your sign, or will bring into your life, feel free to reach out to me to book your session with me. I'll see you soon, guys. Stay well.